Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is officially episode number 1 of Conversations with Cora or Teen Talks. I really don't know the name. Comment down below and let me know what you think because I really can't decide, so I really need your guys' help. Alright, so basically these talks, I decided to do them to talk about things that society doesn't really talk about and that it seems should be talked about a lot more and should be normalized as topics, and just issues that I know people every day struggle with, that I've struggled with, that just are truly issues and that don't seem to be addressed enough. And so basically I'm just going to share my opinion, my life advice, I'll answer questions about these, I'm here to talk. And I'm here to help people. So I'm here to talk about things that people really are going through. In these talks, I get raw and real with you guys. This is me. I'm not really wearing any makeup, as you could probably tell, because I'm looking like a mess. I'm just like in the most basic sweatshirt I have. It's like super oversized and some leggings. Like, I don't care. This is all about being real and raw with you guys. Like, that is the point of this. And so I'm like showing you, telling you, this is real stuff, guys. I want to talk about worthiness and being good enough. And this is something I think that everyone can relate to. Like, no matter who you are, I'm sure you have felt like you aren't good enough, or you don't belong, or like if you just did something a little differently you'd be worthy of this. And like, guys, that is so bad. Alright, so basically lately I've really been struggling. So if you're a student, it's like January 20th, 19th, 18th, it's in that week. And if you're a student, high school or college, school just started for you as well. And I've never liked school. Most people don't. But like, not because learning is hard or because like school itself is hard, but I've never felt good enough at school. Like, in my life, there's always been very high standards, as I believe there have been for many of you guys. Like, pretty much everyone's gone through those high standards, especially in school systems. I was raised in a family that's very academically gifted. And like, for me, I don't struggle in school at all. It's fairly easy for me. But compared to my brother, it's way harder for me. Like, he's just naturally one of the smartest people ever, and like valedictorian material. Like, he was just like God's gift to teachers. He was that student. And I've kind of always been a little bit more difficult. I've never really quite been smart enough. Like, I've never really quite been at his level, right? So even though I'm like perfectly smart enough, and there's nothing wrong with that, I've always felt very much like I need to be better. And so for me, I coped with that by just deciding to tell everyone I was stupid and to like put on the whole dumb blonde persona. I was like, no, I don't like school, blah blah blah, like, I'm so dumb, ha ha. Like, I tried my best to convince people that I was stupid. Like, forever I've always tried to do this because I tried for a very long time to be smart enough, and it never felt like I was. So I was like, well, if I can't be good enough, then I'm gonna make everyone know I'm not. Because then when I do pretty well, people are pleasantly surprised, or if I don't do well, they're not disappointed. And I just, like, it was my way of coping with it, and my way of, like, if I could convince other people I wasn't smart, then I wouldn't believe it, and I wouldn't put myself to high standards. And so it was my coping mechanism. It's weird and twisted, but you know, most coping mechanisms really are. And so I kind of like finally hit a point, like right when the school semester started. There were a couple days I went into school and I just felt like a completely different person, because I was like so afraid to let myself be confident and to let myself be happy, because I was like, well, what if other people don't think I'm good enough? And I kind of hit this point where I was like, Cora, shut up. Like, no one else cares what your GPA is. No one else cares what you got on that test. Like, sure, people might ask because, like, it's relevant at the time, but, like, your GPA doesn't define you. Your test scores don't define you. Like, and even if they did, they'd say you're not stupid. And so I kind of hit this point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop living like I'm not good enough. And I hit this very recently and everything, and it's really made a huge difference for me. Like, just deciding that you are enough is so powerful in itself. Like, when I decided to just let myself, like, to stop talking down on myself and to stop letting my fear of not being good enough get in my way, I enjoy school more, actually. Like, I really do, and it's way easier now because I'm not trying to be super smart while convince everyone that I don't care that I'm not super smart. And, like, that goes with every aspect of your life. I think it's really easy to tear yourself down out of fear for, like, not being able to meet society's standards. So instead of even trying to, like, build yourself up, you're like, well, no one else is going to accept this, so I'm just going to tear myself down, because why even hope that I'm good enough if other people might not think I am, if I, like, I don't know if this makes sense. I don't know if anything I'm saying is making sense right now. But it's just like, in life, like, you're never going to feel like you have all the answers, and you're never going to feel like the best person there is, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that part of considering yourself worth it is considering yourself worthy of improvement and worthy of change, but because you want to change. Like, I want to learn more because I'd like to become a more intelligent person, not because I think I'm stupid now, but because I want to see myself get smarter, you know? Like, I don't know. And I think in life it's really easy to tear yourself down, like I was saying, but I do a lot of the whole I am stupid, I am ugly, I am terrible, and oh my gosh, guys, I was listening to this inspirational video, and I can't remember who it's by or even the name of it, but the speaker was like, I am is an affirmation that everyone says every single day, and it's the words that follow it that will follow you. So when I say I am stupid, then stupidity follows me. And I'm like, I am bad luck. Bad luck follows me. When I say those negative things, those negatives chase me. But when I say I'm vibrant, then happiness and vibrancy follow me. I don't know if vibrancy is a word, but you know what I'm saying, and I'm all on a roll, so I'm not even gonna Google it. And when you say I am smart, intelligence follows you. And when you're like, I am good enough, that follows you, you know, and it shows in your life. And like, when that person said it, it made total sense, because you really do control who you are, and like, the things you say are more valuable than the things other people say. Like, it's all this mindset you're in. And so, like, I really want to challenge you guys to every day wake up and say, I am worthy. Pick your biggest weakness, or something that you never have felt good enough in. So for me, that's academics, because it's just never really been my thing. So pick something like academics and say, I'm confident. I am enough. Like, I challenge you to say positive things about yourself, and when you catch yourself saying I am and then negative words following you, stop saying those. Change. Follow that up with a positive affirmation. Because, like, being happy, guys, is so much better than being sad. And I think people don't really talk a lot about self-worth and negative self-image. I think that it's one of those things that kind of goes unsaid. Like, everyone deals with it, so if everyone else can get through it, so can you. So I think it's very much like, it's very stigmatized. Like, and so you don't want to talk to someone about it, and you're afraid that people are going to put you down because they're like, well, everyone goes through it, so you need to just suck it up. Like, it's like, everyone goes through it, so it's okay that you're going through it, and you'll make it through it. And, like, self-worth and just feeling worthy, it doesn't come from a number on a scale or the number of followers on your Instagram page. Like, you can't find your self-worth in a number, and I think a lot of people do. And it's a different number for everyone. For me, it was the scale. For some, it's followers. For some, it's Facebook friends. For some, it's, like, real friends. for some it's amount of money in the bank account. Like, some people base their worth on all of these very material things. But, like, what about instead of basing your worth on the number of friends you had, you based it off of the relationships you had? Like, if you looked at it that way, I think it would really open your eyes. Or, like, for me, if instead of looking at the scale as my worth, what if I looked at my relationship with my body? Like, the things I think about myself. What if I put more work into that? Because that's where the big changes are going, are the things that are issues, you know? So I want to challenge you guys to all stop thinking you're not worthy. Because as soon as you start to challenge that, that's when your life changes. And, like, no, I don't think I'm the smartest person in the world. And there are days when I look at schoolwork and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. Like, I walk into class and, like, everyone here is so much smarter than me. Like, why do I even talk? And, like, I really, like, sometimes I really wonder about that. And then I just have to say, stop it, Cora. You are good enough. You are smart. And who cares how many questions you write on this test? Like, stop looking at grades and at weight and at money and at friends and at the number of those things to define your worth. That doesn't matter. It's the impact you're making. And I guarantee you that you will make a much more positive impact when you're positive about yourself than you ever will. Because when you're positive about yourself, it's easier to be positive with others, and it's easier to be happy. Happy people are fun to be around. And, like, it's a constant battle to love yourself, especially in a society that tells you the exact guidelines for how to be perfect and how to be good enough. And there are always guidelines that most people, like 99% of people, can't follow because it's just not reality, you know? And these pressures are so high. Stop putting pressure on yourself, alright? Because I don't think anyone's ever looked at me as less of a person because of a grade I got on a math test. And if someone did, then, like, they can go... I'm not allowed to say those words, guys. No, but, like, if someone did, then, like, fuck them. It doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't affect me, you know? They can have their thoughts about that, but that doesn't make me less worthy. So just, like, have patience with yourself and remember that little things don't control your worthiness. No one's thoughts about you control how worthy you are. It's your thoughts about yourself. And you will make such a great difference if you believe that and if you live that, rather than if you're afraid of that and afraid to not be good enough. Don't live with the fear of not being good enough. Live with the fear of never trying to be anything. Because I think that's a lot of people, they stop trying. But a lot of people think that, like, well, if I'm not going to make millions of dollars acting, then people won't support my decision, so I shouldn't do it because people won't think I'm good enough. Who cares? If you like it, then why are you stopping your life out of fear of what society will think? After all, this is your life. It's not theirs. And I don't understand why in this world we can't just support each other no matter who we are. Like, it's not about race, gender, sexuality. Like, why can't we just support each other? Like, I don't care about any of that crap. I support you as a person because you are a person who deserves love. And everyone should think that. But they don't act like it, at least. And so I'm here to tell you that I do. And I'm a place where you can come for any kind of support, any topic. I'll talk about it. I might not have the life experience, and then I won't. Like, if you ask me to talk about something that I've just never experienced, I'll be like, hey, I'm willing to talk to you about it and listen to your thoughts, and I'll share my thoughts with it, but I've never experienced it. But, like, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to try to make a difference, to try to be a positive impact in a world that doesn't have a lot of positive things going for it. And I don't know. I have no idea if I'll ever really make an impact, but the people who judge me, like, whatever, they don't have to watch my content, they don't have to like it, it's fine. But I'm here for the people who might, and I'm here to help someone, you know? Don't base your worth off of anyone else. or any materialistic thing. If you think that you're doing something right, stick with it. Alright? Do things that make your soul happy, that fulfill you. You're worthy because you're a person. You're worthy because you have a heart, a soul, and you're doing something. That's what makes you worthy. Every single one of us is worthy. Believe in yourself.